Good morning, good morning, good morning, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. You are rocking with the best. You're rocking with Purple Patch Boutique. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Early Monday morning, right? Early Monday morning. All right. So, today is your weekly or daily news break, right? So we are going to discuss a few things as soon as we get some more people in. So I want to welcome everybody in. Welcome to Monday morning. Hope you start your week off good. I hope that you plan to be successful, be productive, not self-destructive to thyself. And you guys already started the day by being prayed up. Hope you guys went and visited our Good Morning on Purple Patch Boutique. Hope you guys dropped into that prayer room. Get your weekly prayers on. Sellers, get your prayers on so that we can start this week off correctly. Always about having a good foundation and base if we step out into the day, step out into our work week, okay? So, again, this is Mr. Clark, and I am here with your daily news break for the week, okay? So, welcome. We can get some tags in and try to get some people in. How you doing, Miss Anna? It's a pleasure seeing you. I know I got to respond to your message. I'm going to get there. We're going to have our daily weekly talk, and we're going to see what we got. Report. So this is your weekly news report, okay? News break, news brief, however you want to call it. We're going to get down to some business today. We're going to talk about what happened during the week. We're going to talk about issues, complaints, things that we saw. We're going to talk about things that are coming up, events, and we want to talk about changes. We want to talk about all those things so that way our community is informed and prepared on what is happening with Purple Patch Boutique. We don't want you hearing it through the grapevine or through word of mouth. We want you to hear it directly from the source. That is going to be me. And I am going to let you know exactly what is going on, okay?
I'm going to try to tag all the sellers in so they know basically.
We're waiting for a few more people to get in. It's Monday. So everybody probably dragging, probably had a long weekend, tired, or you got a lot of people at work too. So we're trying to get a few more people in, so bear with us. Hope you guys are doing well. If you are here inside this live, give me a hello, give me a wave, give me a thumbs up, give me something. Let me know that you're here. Give me a good morning, because good morning to you. I always say that's a proper greeting. And let me know where you are coming in from, where you're viewing our live show from, okay? Whether that be Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, let me know where you're watching our live show from, okay? Give me a good morning. Give me a wave, thumbs up. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're viewing our live show from right now. This is your daily news break and news brief. Okay?
Okay, I'm just sharing it out to them.
So, we got three in.
Give it a time. Go over your points.
Okay.
And I'm going to be tagging and see where we at.
Whew. So, got three in. All right, Miss Evans, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I think I know some of you from your profile picture. Thank you. Good morning. I am here taking care of my mom. Okay, I'm a full-time caregiver for her before I go to work. So I am listening on my headphones, and happy blessed Monday to you. Amen. Amen. You know what? I know you spoke with my mother. My mother was doing that for her mother before she passed, which is my grandmother. So I know that's a full-time job. May you be blessed, because it's a lot of work to do, and who better to do it than family? I always say that when the older gets there, that's why you have children, because as the parent takes care of you as you're little and they get you through those phases, then it turns around that you got to take care of them, and that's how it should be. So, amen. May you be blessed for that. May you be blessed. Anybody else come in and say good morning? Let me know where you guys are talking to me from. So Miss Evans already did her thing. So, good morning. Who else I got in here?
Wait a little bit. I see 6 on right now, but we wondered everybody is getting it,
Yeah, my mother is a gem. There's nothing like her, And I know a lot of people feel like that about their mothers. But yeah, the roles reverse eventually. But, like I said, that's how it's supposed to. That's the part of family. We take care of each other. We're supposed to, at least, right? So, like I said, I know you're doing a hell of a job. And, I look forward to when I'm able to be there, to repay back everything that my mother did for me, you know, not looking forward to something happening to her, but when I can give back too. So, amen. What do we got here? Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence. Well, I got you on my notes, Mr. Lawrence. It's good things though. You know, good morning to you, Mr. Lawrence. Good morning, Miss Michael. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else we got in?
We're trying to tag as much as sellers.
I'm trying to tag as many people in so that way we can cover these points because and it's a lot of it's for sellers. It's going to be mainly for sellers. It's going to be a lot for shoppers too, but it's going to be a lot more for sellers. You know, because it's the stuff that we got to discuss and kind of get you guys where we need you to be, and kind of get rid of this this idea of what's going on. You know, and we want to kind of just bring everybody to the table. So we got 4, we had 7, we dropped 3. So we're going to be all right. They have to come in and maybe check it out later.
Mm-hmm.
You might get blocked already from tagging everybody. Good for me. You might get blocked already.
I might.
You might get blocked already. Ain't even started yet. They ain't even had the first real live show.
Oh
and
my God.
You might be blocked already. Tagging everybody in here. But yes, welcome in. Let me know where you guys are coming in, the viewers from. Give us that good morning. You know, always good information. You guys know when I'm on here, I'm trying to give you guys the best. I'm trying to let you guys know what to do, how to do, so that way you're successful, okay? And that is one of my major things of doing this, all right? I know a lot of people is not doing no news weeks or updates on the pages, on the platforms. I do this to try to give you guys, you know, something different, and it's going to migrate into other things, into channels and other stuff too, okay? Also, I want to put out that if you are a seller and you're interested in your video migrating over to YouTube, then let me know. Send us a message. How you doing, Miss Malone? Welcome. Hello from South Carolina. Yes, South Carolina, that good old East Coast. Okay, excellent. If you're interested in that, then let us know. And wife a message and say, hey, I want to, you know, you can move my video over to YouTube because that's something that I'm able to do. You know, it may bring more views, it may not, but I try to get everybody out there as much as I can, right? So if that's something that you're interested in, then boom, I can put you on a channel over on YouTube, you know. And if that's something that you sellers are interested in, okay, just let me know.
Okay.
And I would do my best to do it.
All right, let's start.
All right, so we got 6 of you guys in there. Thank you for you guys being here. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this off, right? So as I said before, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Monday morning. Hey, the week starts by getting up out of your bed, putting your feet on the floor, saying you're thankful, and saying, hey, I'm blessed to get up this morning, making your bed, brushing your teeth, washing your face, you know, and get the day started, get the week started, okay? So I wish you guys blessings that you start off your week, okay? So I'm going to start this off by saying one of our admins is no longer with us, and that is going to be -6. -6 is no longer with us due to health concerns, okay? If anybody has known -6 if she's been with us, good morning, Miss Flowers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She has been with us for a while, and I actually know her since I was stationed at Fort Knox in Kentucky. I know her family, her children, and everything, and she's just had a lot of health issues and a lot of health issues within the family. So she's no longer able to be with us until she takes care of those things and square those things away.
We would definitely miss her.
We would definitely miss her, but she definitely misses all of you already, you know, and she loves all of you. So, you know, you guys are her family and community, but we wanted to put that out there so she can take her time to heal and, you know, and get the people around her healthy too, because she's got a big load on herself on top of her own health concerns, okay? So -6 will no longer be with us, which will leave us down to our 2 admins, which will be Miss Coleman and Miss Michael. Okay, and of course it'll be me and my wife here. Okay, so like I said, you'll never see a platform. I don't think you'll find a platform where you'll find a platform owner more engaged than what my wife is. My wife is in there all the time trying to be engaged, you know. So you guys kind of got direct access to her on the open door policy all the time. Okay, so thank you. Praying for much healing and wholeness. Okay. So,
yes, we all do.
If you guys got any sellers, you know any sellers, tag any sellers, you know, because I want everybody in it, because some of the stuff I speak on, it's not just going to be for our platform. It's going to be for other platforms too, and how things should work. Okay. So, you know, but thank you guys for being here. So today, what I want to start this off by talking to and give you a generalized point, and that point is going to be what drives and what drives and what are the drivers for your sales and your sales. Okay, what is that? What drives sales as a seller when you step onto a platform? What is going to drive your sales right now? In theory, right now, everybody says, okay, it's the platform. It's based on the likes, the follows, the platform, how many people come view. That's what everybody thinks, right? So they're saying, okay, if they're successful or if they're not successful, it's based on the platform owner, the platform, or, what the administration side of that platform did, okay? Not true. Not true at all, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you how things should work as we correlate everything that should be happening when you step into a live show, okay? So the first thing is punctuality, okay? Punctuality. So that's going to be on time.
Excuse me, but he said he wants to go to Miss Davis and help her with the yard or whatever now.
Did she say you need to come back today?
In the morning? Yeah. Okay. Go.
Okay.
You had your breakfast already and everything? All right, go.
All your clothes folded and put away? Okay. Make sure you check your area. Make sure your area is good. If your area is good, then you can go. Make sure you're checking back in because I need to know where you're at. Okay. Don't be gone for hours at a time. Okay. And tell Miss Davis to send a message. Okay. All right. Be blessed. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Okay. That's my son. So he's going down to help one of the ladies on our block. She's a school teacher, so he helps her, cuts her grass, lays her mulch, and all that stuff, right? So he goes down there. We start him off early working a little bit, helping around in the community.
Welcome, ladies.
So welcome. Showing us thrifting, Miss King. Thank you for being here, okay? So as I was saying before, punctuality, right? Be on time. So when I say be on time, that doesn't mean like right at your live show, be there. I want you guys to be there 5 minutes early, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute. 5 minutes before your live show, and I'm going to discuss that in a second, okay? So punctuality is being on time, right? So right place, right time, right uniform. You guys know you should be on time. And you guys already know about our fees. If you're 10 minutes late, we're $3.50. 15 minutes late, we're canceling. $7 cancellation fee, okay? You guys know that already. But like I said, this isn't about getting money on that side. I want you guys to be on time because I believe that when I give you this example, what Miss Dolores did last night, as I go through my notes, you guys are going to hopefully you guys will understand exactly what you need to be doing when you step into these live shows. And then you're going to see that 20% increase on your own end from the work that you do, okay? Because the platform can't do it by itself. It's got to be a cohesion between the platform, the administration, and that seller, okay, and their platform, okay? So, in their business. So, background, okay? We talked about this before very briefly. Clean up your backgrounds. I've seen a lot of sellers paying attention to cleaning up their backgrounds, all right? We don't want clutter. We don't want to see a whole bunch of stuff in that line of sight, okay? Give them tunnel vision. Put you up a background. Pull from the left or right. Even if it's a magic show, they can't see where you're pulling from. They don't need you. They need to be focused on you, okay? So make sure we're not throwing stuff on the floor after we show it. Treat it with care. Send it with care, okay? Clean up your backgrounds, okay? Make sure when they're viewing, they're there. They feel good. They're loving what they're seeing. They're loving to see you. And make sure we're ready to go. Dress for the occasion, right? Uniform. That means that you guys need to be in, I try to put on my best, when I come to bring you guys these videos, all right? So I try to put on a collared shirt. I try to put on some nice slacks, in order to, be presentable for you guys. And I don't say that you have to be wearing a suit and a tie, all right? But you should be presentable, okay? When you're walking into any type of store back in the day, Marshalls, Marshall Fields, LS Airs, Deb, even J.C. Penney's or et cetera, right? Even when you go to the mall stores, right? Macy's and stuff, you see those women, they're normally dressed pretty nice. And they're dressed so that, you feel comfortable talking to them. You feel comfortable being in that store. And don't forget that your business is a virtual store. It's just virtual. It's just not out there. Some of you have storefronts too. You got to dress the part, act the part, look the part, so to bring in clients, okay? So make sure that you're dressed for the occasion. I appreciate those of you that have adhered to that too, okay? Now, when I was saying punctuality, right, be on time, right? I said be there 5 minutes early. Now, I spent a lot of time with Gary on here, and I'm going to drop some links into these comment section, okay, of this live show. Gary has been jumping in. He's actually been adminning a few of our live shows this week. The reason why has been because of login issues, right? Now, this is going to be kind of deep, right? So Gary sent me some links, and I had to refresh myself on the information. So
Gary is the owner of Loyal Shops.
Gary is the owner and founder of Loyal Shops, okay? So this is where you have your Live Assistant and your Live Assistant Pro from, okay?
This is where you buy it from. This
is where you purchase it from. So that bot that's keeping track of your situation, I like to call the personal secretary over Live Assistant. This is the owner of that platform, okay? So if you're not following Gary, go on there and follow him. Follow he's got an update page. He's got a lot of information flowing on there. So I need you guys to be in there with Gary, watching what he's got going on, okay? But per talking to him, when you have these login issues, when you've already went live, it's actually almost too late to fix those situations, okay? That's why you need to be there early. You need to be there early so that we can figure out if you're having internet problems. So we can figure out if you're having any technical difficulties, right? If you're having any login issues, we need to know that. Now, to further that process right there, okay? So when you're going live, right, there's two ways that you can go live. So a platform owner may give you restricted access, right? So that restricted access means that you'll be going through the Meta Business Suite, okay? I have links that I'm going to post that are going to let you know how to go into Meta Business. But essentially what you're going to do is you have to go through Meta Business because Facebook has set it up because they figured that since that person is giving you restricted access, that person is trying to protect their page. So they're making you go through the Meta Business Suite, which is a whole separate app for you to go live on their page, okay? So when you're doing that, that's only because you don't have an all access granted pass. You have a restricted access pass. So that is why you're using the Meta Business Suite. So that you guys understand that, okay? That is why.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, when you come into the all access pass, can you hit that? Well, we don't need that. When you hit the,
I can. What do I have to do?
You're not doing nothing.
No.
When it comes to the all access, right? That means that you're going in, you're looking for that notification, you're clicking on it, and then you're gonna go into Loyal Shops, right? You're gonna log into Loyal Shops. You're gonna click on Live Assistant or Live Assistant Pro. It's gonna open up a drop down menu. So I'm doing this off the top of my head, okay? You're gonna scroll down to Live Dashboard. When you click on Live Dashboard, it's gonna open a page. It's gonna say continue as, for instance, Ulysses Clark. Continue as Ulysses Clark. Continue as Sabrina Clark. Okay. You're gonna click on that icon. It's gonna take you to the next page. Now, where's the conflict with login? The conflict is right there. Because this is the problem, and this is what I was talking with Gary about. If you have an issue, Gary can give you a temporary password within 1 or 2 minutes to get you logged in, and he can actually admin for you if he needs to, but he can get you in because he's available. I think he said 13 hours out of the day, and he set everything up so he can be available in case there's problems like this. Okay, but that don't mean every time you have a problem, contact him because he said a lot of that is on the seller because the seller isn't updated on the videos. And Loyal Shops is changing too. As Facebook changes, Loyal Shops changes. But anyways, when you log in, right, if your information for logging in on your device is not the same as what is in Loyal Shops, therefore you're going to have login problems, and therefore you're going to not be able to log in. You're going to have all these issues, okay? This is why you're having those problems. And how do I know that? Because when you have a problem, I reach out to Gary and I say, hey, Gary, what's going on with this person? I got a seller. She's on my platform. This is the name of her business. This is her name. This is her email, right? We run that information and we're like, okay, boom. That's not the email I have on file. Okay, I'm back to the seller now. Hey, what email did you use to log in? I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, this is why you can't log in. So it has nothing to do with the platform. It has nothing to do with anything else. If you are not matching up with the same information with Loyal Shops, you are going to have login issues. So what does that mean? Whatever you have for your email for Facebook, and understand that Facebook, your login information is not an account. An account is what you get to when you have your icon on the picture above your page, okay? Mm-hmm. That is your icon, and I'm going to explain that in more detail in a second too, okay? when you log in, you're just logging in, okay? Your account is going to be your profile information, all right? Your business is going to be your business page with that logo on there. They're not one and the same. They are different, okay? So, yes, the bot is required to go live on our page. Yes, ma'am, Miss Flowers, it is. It is required, okay? So, so with that said, right, you need to make sure that your Facebook login information is the same as on it. Because what does it ask you? It asks you continue as Ulysses Clark. It's asking you to continue on Facebook as that person, which means that it's using the credentials from that with credentials over here for loyal shops. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you need to run that same email and password. So it needs to match up. This is why we're having the login issues. Okay. And when we need to figure this out before we go live. Okay?
Also, what I want to add to this is some sellers, they have multiple accounts, okay? Mm-hmm. And they may have a lawyer shop account from maybe 3 years ago. And they keep using it, and now we all get updates on the phones. Mm-hmm. We got computers running updates and all kind of stuff. So what happens is that this login information is on that old account, and they're trying to log in now with a totally different account because mm-hmm. they forgot a password, mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. they cannot remember. So what we're definitely not going to do is that you having a live and your bot is not working, right? That's why we're doing this 5 minutes prior, log in mm-hmm. and see if you're connecting your bot, and then just hop on, on your time. If you having connection problems, if you have any type of issues, you have to reach out to us. Mm-hmm. Let us know that you cannot connect for whatever reason. And we are going to connect you with Mr. Gary Assess at where your lawyer shops is and where your bot is from. And we will definitely not do that you say, I'm going to make some baskets and I'm going to do a manual live, because this is not allowed on Product Passions Boutique. We don't do manual lives. Without a bot, you cannot go live. That's it.
Right. So we're not doing it manual. That's the point of coming in that 5 minutes early.
So you would have to quit the live there if you don't know that your bot is working or not.
And just professionally, and I'm gonna say it this way, professionally, that 5 minute window should be enough time for you to figure out, because we have 15 to 30 minute windows in between live shows, right? So it should be enough time for you to figure out what is going on if you're having any issues, and for us to try to get you squared away. The problem comes is that when you go live and then we have those issues during that, then we got to kill your live. We got the next live, then you have to drop the feed again. You have to drop the feed again. It's bad for sales. It's bad for the platform. It's bad for your business too. It's just very unprofessional. Okay. So we need to be there early. We need to figure out what's going on. You should know if your bot is up and running. Everybody should know what's going on. Good morning, Miss Drain. Good morning. All right.
I have already afternoon.
So, I want you guys to understand that, okay? So, this is important. So if you got multiple accounts, make sure that when you log in with that account, it's matching with your lawyer shops, okay? Because if you don't, you're gonna have those conflicts of interest, and then you're gonna have how you doing on the Eyes of Habit Boutique? How you doing this morning? Good morning to you. So that is the issue when you're having these login issues. Yes, sometimes you have bad connection with the internet, okay? Sometimes what I tell people to do, sometimes go in there and reset your router, go reset your modem, whatever it is that you're using, go reset it, okay? Reset that stuff, all right, before you start, when you know you're going live. Be prepared. Be prepared.
What we're saying is, don't come in. Like, let's say you have a 9 o'clock evening, right, on nighttime, 9 o'clock live. Don't come in at 9 o'clock and say, hey, y'all, I'm connecting my bot right now, and all this. This should have been done already 5 minutes prior your live, because it saves you time. Mm-hmm. It saves it. You can jump in and start tagging, which leads us to our next situation what we have.
I mean, if you get in and you start your bot, that's fine, but you need to know that that's working and it's functioning prior to your live show is the whole point, okay? Don't come in at 9 and then you have all these issues and you dropping 3 feeds within your live show and then you can't figure out what's going on, okay? Because you're the professional at the end of the day. And the only thing I can do is, you lose 10, 15, 20 minutes in that way, right? And then you're going to lose viewers, you're going to lose sales. It's a disaster, okay? then the frustration shows on your face. The shoppers see it, and it's just not a good live show. Okay, so few people can bounce back from that, but strong sellers always say they're able to. All right, and I believe all you are strong sellers. But what I try to do is I try to give you preventive maintenance before it happens, so that you're squared away and you're able to fix a lot of these situations. Okay, so which leads me to the next point. You need a secondary device. Okay. You need a secondary device, okay? When you come, okay, so hold on. I think I jumped right off the boat, right? I didn't even, I jumped off the boat. I didn't put on my swimsuit or nothing. I just jumped clean in, didn't I? Yeah. Phone on my hip and everything. That's a doggone shame, right? So, point number 5, right, is sharing and tagging. Believe it or not, proper sharing and tagging is going to boost your sales 20%, okay? If you properly share and tag. Now, why did I say I jumped over the boat, okay? Because the first point, I didn't tell you that point. The point underneath that is you need a secondary device, okay? Now, I tell you what I watched during the week. So I'm going in is, they say all I ask is if sellers can log in a few minutes early for technical difficulties.
Right.
True. So that is our admin expert right there, Miss Coleman. We had a long meeting yesterday about all of this. All right. Like I said, I need you guys early so we can we want to get you guys on time and rolling and get you guys the best side of our admin and of our platform as we can. And we can't do that if we're having all these issues. Okay. Because the frustration is not just on your side, it's on our side too. Okay. Like she said, you can't run lower shots and go live on the same device. So, with that said, you need a secondary device. Now, I'll tell you what I've watched. What I've watched is I watch people that go live on our platform. They're in the camera like this, and they're tagging people on that same device that they're going live on. And then they're tagging with Purple Patches Boutique instead of their own boutique. Okay? Wrong answer.
She said secondary device, like tablet?
It can be anything, right? We can go phone, we can go tablet. You can go laptop too, can't you? As a secondary.
Yeah, you can, as a secondary device, it doesn't matter because from that device, the secondary device, you will log on to your personal Facebook account on that secondary device and tag your own shoppers that have always shopped with you, that you are friends with, and you should friend all your shoppers. So you have their information. Your bot collected your shopper's information. So you need to tag from the second device from your personal Facebook account into, when you go live on Purple Passions Boutique, into Purple Passions Boutique, into your live, those shoppers.
Hold on, babe. I got her. Hold on. So she said, okay, I said I use my laptop and phone. Is that what you mean? Okay. So here's the thing, all right? Whatever you're going live on, like I'm going live right here, you say I got a secondary device, right? This is my phone. So when I'm in a live, right, this is an example so everybody understands what I'm talking about. I am tagging with this phone. I'm logged into my Facebook, my Facebook account, and I'm sharing and tagging from this secondary device, not on the device I'm going live on. So I'm going live right now on this device. You don't see me on there tagging anything because I will be up close. You will see my fingers moving, all right? This is my secondary device. I also have my wife over there. She's got 2 devices. You can use a tablet. You can use a laptop. Whatever it is, you will take that device. You will log into your own personal Facebook account. And that account is, remember what I said, an account is, it's going to be the Facebook account with your profile on there, okay? I see her. I'm going to read it in a second. You know, Tori be typing fast. I be in the middle. losing my train of thought. You got, see, I lost it already. You got your account logo there with your beautiful face on there, whatever it is up there, right? Animal, cat, whatever it is. And then you're going to log in underneath that. You're going to find that live show and you're going there and you're going to put at gmail.com. You're going to put the at symbol and you're going to put at Ulysses Clark, all right? Or
at Sabrina
Clark, or at Latoya Coleman, at Trisha Michael, at Annette Smith, you're going to put at, and then it's going to tag that person. This is how you properly tag. Now, like I said, I've seen people tagging with the Purple Passion Boutique platform. Then so what I do is I go to see if you're sharing, right? Because sharing, like I said, is for free. It's simple. Share. You need to share the live show, your live show, or anybody's live show, you need to share on your feed, on your timeline.
I made an example.
My wife made an example.
That's how
right?
you tag.
That's how you tag, right?
And the name.
So my wife put an example, in the name, and then the next person's name. You're gonna have to do this individually for those people, okay? Okay. So Miss Toya said we can't blame a platform for low sales when sellers are not tagging. We can give outstanding support from our end, but we should meet halfway to make sure all sellers win. Exactly. So that's what I was saying earlier about the cohesion between the platform and the seller, right? So the proper way to, when you come into a live, right, you're going to come in, you're going to share that live to your live show, okay? On your secondary device, you're gonna find that live show on your page. You're gonna click into it, okay? You're gonna watch that live video. You're gonna go to that little arrow to the right side of that comment scene. You're gonna click on it, and then you're gonna share it to your page, okay? I go through and look at pages and see who's sharing. You can share it to groups, but like I said, groups is kind of on a meso level. You know, the micro level is going to be directly on the page. So we need you to share that live show on your pages. That is how you get that feed out, because initially when that person get that notification that you tagged them in, as when I step over to the tagging side, then they're going to be looking for that. If they can't come in directly for that notification, because sometimes that happens, they're going to need to use that feed, that share, for them to enter that live show, okay?
So what I want to add to this is what we observed, my admins and we on our own, okay? So we were sitting down, we had a long talk because we observed sellers that happen on the live, right? You book a live, let's say 6 o'clock. So you come on at 6 o'clock. You are connected to your bot properly. Everything works, but you are not tagging. All what you're doing is you say, welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in, right? And this is, I'm not doing criticism. I'm just telling you what should not happen like this. And this is the reason why your shoppers are not showing up. Because I'm telling you now why. Because you're standing there and you say, welcome in, come on in the room. Come on, and you don't do nothing but just staying there and looking in the camera. Some people, they're just staying there and looking in the camera, and they don't even say nothing. They're smiling, and then they start just welcome, and they just start showing items. So if that's how you are doing your life, then you need to then you are working more on replay shoppers.
Babe.
Because
I got it. You going too fast. I got it. So I'm telling you some things that I'm saying. So I'm going back to the share. I need you to share, all right? What the other thing that we've seen that's been happening is that sellers are not tagging. Sellers are reading the comments and they're not tagging. Now, I'm not mentioning any names. I'm not pointing my finger at anybody. But everybody, if the shoe fits wear it, everybody is an adult, okay? When you step into a live show, if you're just saying welcome and you start showing items and you're not tagging, do not look and say, why are my sales are not where they need to be, because you're losing 20% of your total sales for that live show because you are not tagging. And when you tag, it's very simple. You share that live show on your timeline. Every seller, every shopper that comes into the live show, you need to share the live show on your timeline. Okay? Then you need to go tag people. And the same process of tagging is for a shopper and seller. You're going to put at Ulysses Clark, at Latoya Coleman, at Trisha Michael, at Sabrina Clark, okay? That's what you're going to do to tag. And you need to tag 10 people, because on the admin side, the admin is tagging 10 people, okay? If you're not tagging, they're not tagging, okay? This is how you get in shoppers, okay? Now, and why do I say this? Because when you come into a live show, those people register with you. Only you know their information. Only you know their email. Only you know that information on them. Just because you come on Purple Patch Boutique doesn't mean that we know that information. Okay? And it's your job to sell to them, right? If you've got 609 customers that
Miss Angela, exactly. That's a point right there. Oh my God, right.
So when you have 609 customers, those are the customers you should be tagging. Those are the customers you should be emailing. those are the customers you should be texting, okay? So you have the information. We don't. We are tagging our shoppers that we know from our side. You're supposed to tag 10 people from your side. And every person that comes in is supposed to be tagging 10 people from their from friends they know or from their platform or from their business, okay?
And this is also that on Proper Passions Boutique, that doesn't mean that those shoppers that you have, they are our shoppers.
Right.
That we might not even know your shoppers because they are only shopping with you, you know. So the people that we tag in is the people that shop with us on Proper Passions Boutique. But you might have totally somebody else coming in. They never shopped on Proper Passions Boutique before, but they only shop with you. They are in your bot, in your emails, and they are your shoppers. So this is the people that you need to tag into your life so they can shop with you again.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So what my wife basically just said, just to reiterate, she said that you got people that just come to your live show on our platform. They just shop with you. We don't have that information. And just because they come on that platform don't mean that those are our customers too. Those are actually your customers or somebody else's customers that they send over. Okay. And so you need to tag those people at such and such and get them in. We're tagging 10 from our side. You're tagging 10 from your side. And every person's tagging 10 from their side. And this is how you get people in. Now, and I give you an example of this, okay? Last night, Miss Dolores, right? And I'm picking on Miss Dolores. But Miss Dolores, she took 10 minutes to tag people. And guess what? Without the boost, she brought her numbers up to 29 people on her own. From proper tagging. Okay,
her own people into
her own people into the live. Okay, now when I say this, okay, like I said, 20% of your sales is based on sharing and tagging. Okay, when you see big in all caps, and it's kind of like a demand at that point, right? You know, you see in all caps, you're like, oh my God, they're being rude. All caps means, hey, tag your people. When you look at it, then you're like, and you grab an item. You're not tagging. And you know what? I granted some people, I don't think they know how to tag. If you don't know how to tag, reach out to us. We'll keep it under the table. We won't tell anybody, I promise you, because we're not talking like that, right?
We teach you how to tag.
We teach you how to tag. But what I'm saying is that Miss Dolores brought her numbers up to 29 people, and I believe she had a terrific sale. And why? Because she understands the process of what the mechanics are. These are mechanics, ladies and gentlemen. These are mechanics, okay? Let's see, 100, and then what Trish say? So I'm a shopper. There are several sellers I know waste 15 minutes of their live show, so I don't show up until later. Okay, and then thanks for letting us know. Trisha says when you share your live to your page, have your people ready, your fans, your friends, your family. When they see your live hit your page, then they share it out and so on.
Promote yourself.
Right. So
on your own page too.
So this is promotion, right? So when you drop it on your page, let your fans and your shoppers promote your live to their people, okay? This is what I said. It's more than enough to go around, all right? You can actually essentially boost yourself, you know, if you follow these tips and tricks and tactics. Now, what I'm telling you about sharing and tagging is not just on my platform. This is on every platform that you go to, okay? Every platform you go to, this is how you share and tag. It doesn't matter whether you're with me or you're with any other platform that's out there, okay? This is how you share and tag.
I have to say something too real quick. So we are a platform. So, and as you know, on our platform come a lot of sellers right now. They're booking lives. So, but every other seller, they have, it's like you having
See, there we go right there. We say I never show up for a live right away anymore for just that, for that same reason. Now you see people coming in right now. Good morning, Miss Kenzel. I'm sorry, babe. And you see people coming in now, dropping the comments. You know, put your comments in. You know, because that's what a news break is for. We're here to address things and talk about things. We're a family. We're a community. That's what we're here to do. But you see, I got two shoppers that I know on here right now, and they say they show up late because of the sharing and the whole sharing and tagging, people having issues and all kinds of other stuff going on, not connecting and all that stuff. So
but what I want to add on to it is, this is your business, and I'm talking to the sellers right now. This is your business, and if you want to be successful, I mean, why do you have a business? You have a business because you want to make money. Mm-hmm. You want to be successful, and you want to be moving up, right? You don't want to be always struggling with.
Thank you, Ms. Evans.
You don't want to be always struggling with 3 sales and 4 sales and 5 sales if you don't change nothing on yourself. So that means that I'm coming now to the point of promotion. So promotion on your end. You can do a flyer for yourself, put that flyer on your page. You can share out what?
She looking at me in the back and she like, and I'm coming to the point, promotion. Like, you forgot the point, what I was trying to tell you.
You can make a flyer, promote your flyer, right? Send me the flyer, because still I have sellers, they don't send me the flyers.
Right.
I still have that going on. So if you don't send me your flyer, I cannot promote you. If I cannot promote you, that means you will not get on the reel. Your flyer, your business, your name will not become a reel on Private Passions Boutique. I'm not able to share you out on those designated groups that we have, which are 32 groups that we're sharing you out. So sometimes when you look after the live, how many shares do you have on your video? You can see all this. We have 30 plus shares that we're sharing you out. Now, we don't only have me, we also have the admins. The admins are tagging 10 people into your life and they're sharing you again, they're promoting you into those groups. And they have different groups than I have. So you get constantly shared out. Now, what platform owner is doing that? Pretty much nobody. That's what I know, because nobody ever shared me out like this. But I'm doing this for you. So with that saying, if you don't care about your business and you don't promote your business and you don't want to have more sales, then by all means, stay with your 3 and 4 sales, but don't blame me after that and say, I don't have a good life. I only have 5 sales. Well, what did you do in order to get more sales, right? So yes, we sharing, yes, we tagging, yes, we promoting. That's what we're doing. But I also offer boosters. So a lot of people, they buy the booster and they say, oh man, I had new customers. Oh man, I'm doing good. That is nice, but you're not doing enough, because a booster can only do what?
A booster is like I said, a booster is essentially like this. If you see a fight, everybody starts running to the fight and like, hey, who's fighting? What's going on? So it attracts, okay?
Okay, Miss Stephanie, I got you. We're gonna work on this.
It's attracting viewers, watchers.
Thank you, Miss Coco. Yes, honey, yes.
It's just a live enhancement. It's bringing more buyers and shoppers and more viewers and watchers. It's attracting, okay? And it's just back to what I'm saying. Everybody needs to be sharing and tagging every live show on every platform. Share that live to your own page, to your live show, okay? Make sure that you're tagging to at least 10 people at Ulysses Clark. Then go on to the next one, 10 people. We're tagging 10. We're already sharing it to, if you give us your flyer and you want yourself promoted, right? Because remember, promotion is the way you get your sales. So we're already sharing your flyer out to like 32 different groups, okay? Then when we're sharing, when you have only 3 shares, then something's wrong. You should have multiple shares, all right? If everybody's sharing, okay? So we're sharing to, and I can say we're sharing at least what we're probably sharing 5 to 10 on our own, right? On our own, just from the admin side. But it's not what I'm saying.
I'm sharing 12.
My wife is sharing 12 by herself. So what I'm saying is it's not just up to the platform. It's not, so Gary just sent you a message. So it's not just up to the platform, okay? It's not just up to the platform to do all the work with bringing in people. It is your job too. You're there to bring over your people into the live show, okay? So, and then the people you tag should be tagging 10 people. And if you do this, you're going to see an increase in your sales. You're going to see yourself boosted. You're going to see a lot of stuff going on. It happened last night. If you go watch Mr. Laura's feed last night, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So, she says, can someone teach you how to make a reel when you have time? Yes. Reels all the way promotion too. And don't forget, when you're signing up for those live shows, you're checking the block saying that you're going to have your flyer in 24 to 48 hours ahead of time. Okay.